How is everybody doing?
Doing well.
That's good to hear. Well, today we're going to do a lesson on simile and metaphor. Who here knows what a simile or a metaphor is? Good, because we're going to learn all about it. First, we're going to learn what a simile is. Up on the board, it says a simile is a comparison using like or as. It usually compares two dissimilar objects. So, does anybody know what this word means? Comparison. What does comparison mean? Anybody? Tucker?
To compare things,
Right, okay, so when you compare things, what are you doing?
determining how they are alike.
Okay, perfect. And what about this word? This is a long word, dissimilar. What is a dissimilar object? What are dissimilar things? Yep.
Things that are not alike.
Exactly, perfect. So, a simile is comparing two things that are not alike. Okay, can anybody, Tucker, explain, maybe give me an example of what you think a simile might be?
Hungry as a horse.
Hungry as a horse, that's perfect. I have an example right here. His feet were as big as boots.
Boats.
Boats, right. We are comparing the size of feet to boats. Simple enough, right? Well, I'm going to give us a poem. And in this poem, I need Tucker to come up and underline all of the similes in this poem. You do that, Tucker?
Sure.
Great. The willow is like an etching.
Yeah, well, connecting the two things.
The ginkgo is like a crude sketch. The willow's music is like a soprano. The ginkgo's tune is like a chorus. The willow is sleek as a velvet-nosed calf. The ginkgo is leathery as an old bull. The willow's branches are like silken thread. The ginkgo's like stubby, rough wool. The willow is like a nymph with streaming hair. The willow dips into the water, protected and precious, like the king's favorite daughter. That's good, Tucker. The ginkgo forces its way through the gray concrete. Can you pull the sheet up just a little bit so we all can see it? Thank you. Like a city child.
All right.
That's really good, Tucker. I think you got all of them.
All right.
Let's just take a look. There's only one little mistake. You did great, but there's only one little mistake. In the first two lines, it says, the willow is like an etching, fine line against the sky. And you underline fine line against the sky when we're only comparing the willow and etching.
Oh, but that goes with the etching, right?
Well, yeah, but there's only two things being compared, and it's willow and an etching.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a comma after etching.
All right.
So now that we have simile down, I want to talk to you about metaphor. It says here, a metaphor states it does not use like or as to make the comparison. Can you think of an example of something, of a metaphor? If you can't, I have one.
All right.
For example, her hair is silk. The sentence is comparing two things, hair and silk, without using like or as. Can you think of one on your own now, Tucker?
Sure. Nothing's coming to mind right now.
Okay, well take your time. I'm going to hand out worksheets. Okay, so think of two things. Well, they used hair. Think of a body part. Let's say the hand.
Muscles like, no.
No like. It's hard not to use like or as. So his hair is silk. How about my hand is
iron.
Is perfect. My hand is iron. I'll smack you. But not really. I would never do that. Okay, so here's a worksheet, and I want you to work on it quietly on your own. And the directions, I'm actually going to go over the directions with you quickly, the whole class. Okay, first, decide whether each sentence has a simile or a metaphor. And if you think the sentence has a simile, write the word simile next to it. If you think it has a metaphor, write the word metaphor next to it. And we know similes use like or as, and metaphors do not. And in the next section, right here, 6 through 10, you're going to change the metaphors to similes and similes to metaphors. So if you see number 6, actually, you know what we'll do? I can borrow your pencil quick. Thank you. We're going to do number 1 as a class and number 6 as a class. So, number 1, the baby was like an octopus grabbing all the cans on the grocery store shelves.
Simile.
Simile. Where is the simile?
Baby was like an octopus.
And what were the two things being compared?
Baby and octopus.
Perfect. Okay, and now let's do number 6. Let's identify if it's a metaphor or a simile, and then try to make a new sentence making it the opposite. So 6. Those girls are like 2 peas in a pod.
Simile.
Simile. Okay, now how could we make that sentence into a metaphor?
Take out like.
Okay. Those girls are 2 peas in a pod. Tucker, you are a great student. I feel like you are going to do awesome at this. Fill that out for me. This is time where Tucker does his stuff. Stay. Okay. Okay, now that you are done with your worksheet, Tucker, and class, I'm going to ask all of us to brainstorm and think of a famous person that we all know. Does anybody have any ideas?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Let's think about as many similes and metaphors. I'm going to get camera here. As many similes and metaphors as we can about Mickey Mouse. I'll start. Mickey Mouse. Mickey's ears are big as frying pans. Class, can you think of any?
Mickey's gloves are as white as a dove's.
voice, you said, is a squeal. And I think we need to replace squeal with
Yeah,
something.
something else. Mickey's voice is. What's something that we can use for really, really high?
Well,
Mickey's voice is a train whistle.
perfect. And it really is. Hi, kids.
Hi, kids. Hi, Mickey.
Oh! Mickey's voice is a train whistle. Now at your desk, write as many metaphors and similes as you can in 2 minutes about your favorite famous person, dead or alive. But we're not going to use Mickey Mouse. We need at least 2 metaphors and at least 2 similes. Go. This is the part where the class writes as many as they can. Tucker, you don't really have to do it if you don't want.
Yay.